Hey there! Today's video is going to cover app support and how it integrates into the Tesla Model Y and all of the Tesla cars. Today we are going to actually see how the app interfaces directly with the Model Y here. I have the app in my hand, which you're seeing on the left side of the screen. Everything on the app is being recorded in synchronization with what's going on the screen of the Model Y here. So let's go down through the app and see exactly what we can do with the app. The app is quite involved. It works on iPhones and Android, and I'm assuming any other Android platforms such as Pixel and those kinds of phones. The app is available at the App Store, whether it be the Play Store or the App Store. Whatever carrier you have, the Tesla app should be available there. In order to access my car, each Tesla owner has a password and an account set up with Tesla. You have to have that when you get your car. So on my account here, I'm showing the Model Y and its name. It's called It's My Y. So I have complete access of it here. So it's two-way. Whatever I do on the app instantly happens in the car. And everything I do in the car that the app can see shows up immediately at the app. So let's go down the list here. Let's go to climate, okay? So currently the app is reporting 68 and so is the car. And I'm going to go ahead and turn on the climate. It's going to get noisy a little bit here. And you can hear the air conditioner in the car come on here. And I'm going to go ahead on the app here and change the temperature to 68 or 66. And you can see it instantly happens in the car. And of course the car responds with a higher fan speed. If I go back to 68, it shuts the air off and slows the fan down. So I have instant activity here. Now I'm going to go and I don't know if I can see it here, but I'm going to turn on the defroster now. So there's the defroster is on, and as you see there in the lower right hand corner of the screen, they turned on red. I'm going to shut them off, and you can see it happens instantly. So it's very cool to see instant activity from the app. Let's go down to controls now. Controls has a whole pile of things here. As you can see, I can flash the lights, I can honk the horn. So let's just for fun honk the horn, okay? So that's what happens when you honk the horn. I can open the trunk, I can lock it. As you see up here, the lock, it tells you whether the car is locked or not. I'm going to go ahead and lock it from the app. And you get a single beep. When I unlock it, you should get 2 beeps. And you do. I can also vent the windows remotely. You can't see that on the screen. But by hitting the vent, all of the windows are cracked down about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch. And I can do that should it be very hot outside and I want to vent the car remotely. I'm going to go ahead and close them now. Okay, and then all the windows went up. You can take my word for that. I'll open the frunk, but not right now. I can open the trunk since the trunk is actually motorized. So let's do that here from the app. And you'll see the animation right here. Now I can either close it from the car or I can close it from the app. So I'm going to hit trunk. And I'll close it down remotely. Of course, this is really handy should you send the family out to the car to get something and maybe you didn't realize you had the key in the form of your phone. You can open up the car or open the door in the back However, I also have the ability to start the car. Now, normally when my phone gets near it, it's hooked up to the car and the car recognizes it, and it is my key to drive the car. So to start it won't do me any good sitting in it. But I will tell you that if for some reason your car is someplace and you're another place, you can actually open the doors, allow somebody to get in and start it for them, and they can drive your car home. It's a really great thing instead of trying to drag keys or wherever they are and get it to them. Having a remote start and remote open is invaluable. So I have a valet mode here. I don't know what it's going to do on the car, but I'm going to go ahead and go into valet mode here on the app. All right, well, I'm on valet mode. I don't see anything visible here. I think it's only when you're actually in drive. So I'm going to take it back out of valet mode now. I have a speed limit here, and I can see that by selecting here and going to driving, I believe. Nope. Let's see. Quick controls. Nope. Safety. Yep. So I have on my app here a ability to set the speed limit. Maybe you loan your car to somebody and you don't want them to go 155 miles an hour, so you can control it. So I'm going to enable the speed limit here on the app now. I'll turn it on. And now I've turned on the speed mode, and I'm going to adjust the speed. I think I can adjust the speed. Well, I guess I can't. I guess we're walking through this together. Or I'm going to turn off I'm going to put in the PIN and deactivate it. Now the PIN you enter is actually a 4-digit PIN you create on the spot, very much like the valet mode. Okay, so that's the balance of things under the controls. You won't be able to see it here by watching the screen, but I can flash the lights, I can honk the horn, which we did, and I can open the frunk, and I'll demonstrate that a little later. All right, let's go back to the home screen here on the app, and let's go down to the charging app here now. I'm going to go to the charging screen. Now, the charging screen I can activate here, and you can see what I can see here on the app. Now, some of the things that you have in the app that you have to see in navigation on the car are visible on the app. So, for example, nearby superchargers. If I was to tap on any one of these superchargers, it would actually put the destination in the navigation, and it would give me instructions and exactly how to get there. So I don't want to do that. And then, of course, it shows by nearby destination chargers. As you guys know, the destination chargers are level 2. They're smaller than superchargers, but nevertheless, they get you charged up at a slower rate, but they're available here on the app. So let's say that I don't want to charge the car to 200 miles where I normally leave it, and then I want to maybe set it different. I'm going to put my finger on the little up arrow here on the app now, and it shows 208. I'm going to move this baby up to the 90%. And I think it goes to 90% on the car, as you see. Now I'm going to put my finger on the app, and I'm going to move it down here to 50%. And you'll watch the car follows. So on the fly from the app, I have complete control of the charge limit. This comes in handy, and I hate to say it, but if I'm traveling, it's charging so fast these days. When I go to a supercharger, it may take 20 minutes or so. So I'll set the limit to whatever the car needs. And when it gets to that limit, it will tell me that it's time to move on to the next location to charge. However, it's, again, so fast. I go in, I use the restroom, grab something to eat, cup of coffee, and before you know it, the car is saying it's charged and ready to go. If I need 5 more minutes, I go into the app and I'll push the limit up by maybe 10%, and then the charger will not stop, and I won't get any extra idle fees. I just end up putting a little more energy in the car, but I can do that here from the car. Also, there's a function that says open charge port. Typically, and as you know from my last video, simply taking the charge handle and pushing the button on it, the charge port opens for you. However, for some reason, if you need to wash it or clean it or whatever, I can open the charge port here from the app. So let's go back to the main screen now. And we're going to go to location, but I don't think I'm going to show you the location. But I will show you summon. Now, summon is something you can do with your car. In fact, I'm sitting in it, but unfortunately I'm in my garage, or fortunately I should say. It's like 98 degrees outside and about 90% humidity, so it's a good darn thing I'm in the garage. But I have the ability to either summon the car forward, or you can summon the car in reverse. This is really wonderful for pulling the car into and out of a garage that is very tight. Maybe you have a rough time getting in and out of the car. Essentially, you open the garage door, you pull up to the front, you get out, you use the app here, and I summon the car forward or I summon it backwards. It also works very well on the farm, trying to get through a gate that won't stay open and no way to keep it open. You can use summon to drive your car through the gate and then shut the gate behind you. Of course, in the middle of the screen is what's called Smart Summon. I have full self-driving software in this car, so I have this feature. And what this does is after I park my car in a parking lot, I can hit Smart Summon. It will see where it is parked. It will back out of the parking spot and come and drive over to where you are. Of course, you have to be in a reasonable range to have this happen. But during a driving rain or something like that, and you don't want to get wet, the car will actually come to you using Smart Summon. So let's go down to upgrades. Upgrades is something that you can do just about any time. Now, I'm very fortunate that I have all of the features available here in the Model Y, full self-driving and all that. And as you can see, there's really no upgrades to be had. If I go to purchase, you can see that I purchase full self-driving and autopilot. So I've got an upcoming service at the end of July. You can click that. Now the way the app works here is that you actually see and set when you're going to take your vehicle in. Should you develop a minor problem with the car, I'm taking mine in because my charge port is intermittent and I'm not sure what it is, but ever since I bought the Model Y it's been that way. Certainly it opens, but there are times when it takes a fit and it just won't open. So I listed that. Plus they need to look at something else on the car. I forget what it is, but it would be listed here under the service. I don't want to get into it because then I got to get back out of it. But I'll be in Charlotte to take this in, which is my nearest service center. That'll be at the end of the month. So we have roadside assistance. Now roadside assistance is something I would request from the app to have service my car. Perhaps I got a flat tire or the car won't drive for some reason, or I have a charging problem or something else. Simply go on my app, indicate it. It'll walk you through all of these steps. Let's just say that I have a charging problem. I ran out of range, will not charge, cable will not release, and I can walk down through the roadside assistance and they will either call me or they will send somebody out to help me with the car. It's very valuable to have that. So that's the app. The app's pretty neat. Now the media, once I'm in the car, you get this media here at the top. What it does for you, if multiple people in your car have the Tesla app, they can control the media from wherever they are in the car. So if they're in the back seat and they're playing music or whatever, they can make that adjustment here. Volume, step forward and backwards in your playlist. If you go over to settings, you can look at all of the different products, and I've got a few of them on here. You have inbox. Inbox is where Tesla will send you a message, and you can actually look at that. We can take a look here. They usually give me some kind of update messages and things, and it allows you to read up on the latest updates, part of the software updates. Have something called the loot box. The loot box is actually for folks that actually have referrals, people that use their referral code. I have a listing of their first names and the dates of when they did that, and that's available here in the loot box. I have your account information. This is account where you can set passwords and sign into the account. There's a notification here. Notifications say on a vehicle, and it will alert me for any given things in the vehicle by push notifications to my app phone. Charging started, so when I hook up, I'll get an app, and so I just indicated if my charging ever gets interrupted, I want to know about it. Software updates, I checked it, if there's a software update, and you can see that when that comes. Summons started, complete, and failed, I have that option, and also if the car alarm goes off for whatever reason. Pretty handy. And then energy, power outage. Now, what you don't see on the app here is I have some Tesla power walls, and that's on the main house. And if I ever have a power outage, since it's managed here on this same app, I will get a notification that that happens. Of course, you have some additional functions here. I can use the Face ID that I have on my phone, so I can also set it up to sync with my calendar. It's kind of handy to have. So this is it. It's you can see my wife's car here if I slide this over. This is my wife's car. She is parked in her own parking spot over there. And after it connects and wakes up, you can see that she is here in her Model S. She's going in on the 23rd to get full self-driving installed in her car. So that'll be a lot of fun. So this is how it is. I can go and look at my other cars, but essentially the app allows me to access all my Tesla products, plus manage the car. The phone key here is interesting. I'll look at the information side. Phone key allows me to communicate with the car without any kind of fob or key card. Typically the Model Y comes with a couple credit card looking things that are black with the word Tesla on them, and you hold them below the B-pillar camera to access the car. That's my backup way to actually get into the car should I have a problem with my phone. However, my wife has the app, and I can give her a call, and she can then go into her app and open the car and enable it for me to drive. So we both have that ability. Same me with her car. So that's about all what the app does. The app is very fast. You are able to instantly make changes on the car. The location is really handy too, because the location gives you the ability to track the car. Let's say you loan the car to the kids and they're out and you don't really know where they are. By accessing your app here and going down to location, you can actually zero in on exactly where your car is. Unfortunately, it's all fuzzed out because that's where I live, and nobody needs to come by here. But this is essentially what it looks like here on the map when you go to map mode. And it's in real time, by the way. So as the car moves, I'll watch it in real time, and at the bottom of the screen, I'll see the speed indicated for when they're driving the car. It's really handy to have, especially when monitoring the kids. So that's app support, and that's how it integrates into the Tesla. Now, you've probably seen the UI, or the user interface here on the Tesla many times. I'll probably cover that more in another video, but there's plenty of folks that have done stuff. But I wanted to show how the app actually interfaces with the car and how quick it does changes and things on the fly with the app. There is a backup mode should, for some reason, say, I don't know, you load a 2x4 here in the Model Y and it flies forward and damages the main screen and there's nothing on the main screen. You can still drive the car without that. However, in that case, you whip out your phone and you watch your speed and you watch your range and you watch all that stuff directly on your app, and that'll get you to wherever you have to go, and then ultimately you can get it repaired. It's really kind of cool to have real-time feedback from the car. So thank you so much for watching the video to this point. If I've helped you make a decision to buy a Tesla, right here at the bottom of the screen is my referral code. The referral code will get you 1,000 free miles of supercharging, and it helps me out too because I get brownie points. I appreciate it if you'd use it. If you're going to buy a car, it'll help us both out. Thank you for watching. I'll look for you again, and take care.